What is going on, everybody? So, the last couple days, I've been seeing articles about universal basic income. And what that is more or less everybody makes the same, no matter what. No matter if you are a doctor, no matter if you are somebody that flips hamburgers, no matter what. But I've read quite a few articles in like 9 different states now. They've rolled out, and this happened a couple years ago. These pilot programs have rolled out a couple years ago, but they're giving families free money. They're testing it to see how it works. California, I think Michigan, Illinois. There's quite a few other ones, but they've all started some kind of pilot program giving money to people. They're getting people used to the idea of, oh yeah, free money, hell yeah. Like, I want to be part of that. But as soon as you're put on the universal basic income, as soon as that happens, where we all make the same, it's game over. You won't be able to get ahead in life. You'll make just enough. They'll give you just enough. The dollar will collapse. The dollar won't be there. You can't get ahead anymore. You can't make any more. You get what you get, and you have to use what you get. Say there's $4,000 they give you a month. You pay for your rent, you pay for your food, your electricity, your water, your taxes, and then what? There's no saving it. It'll restart, and once it goes away by the end of the month, they'll give you a new set. I wouldn't even think of it as money. Just think of it as coins. Think of it as there's a movie with Justin Timberlake in it, Just in Time or In Time or Out of Time or whatever it's called. In the future, they pay people with time, literal time. When you run out of time, you die. And the rich people, they supply the time, they make the time, and they have unlimited time. They got hundreds of thousands of years or whatever. And they essentially live forever. They stop aging. It's a really good movie. But this universal basic income where everybody deserves equal, it's communism. It's straight up communism. Everybody makes the same no matter what. Why should I make just the same amount of money as somebody that works 100 times harder than me? Or why should somebody that barely wants to work or doesn't work at all, why should they make the same as me when I work my ass off? Why should you make as much as somebody that doesn't want to do anything? For some people, that's going to be great because they get free shit. Other people, it's not going to be good because they're losing wealth. It's not about how much you make. You can make $1 million a year, but if that $1 million a year isn't worth anything, there's no point in it. You know what I mean? We got to understand this. Like, we have to understand that the monetary system that we have right now is done with. And they need to find something else that they can do to give us, an illusion of money, of wealth. And everybody loves free shit. Look at how many people are on food stamps right now. And I get some people need it. I think it should be localized. I don't think the federal government should have anything to do with that. But look at all the people there's millions of people on SNAP. Millions, hundreds of millions of people. Not about hundreds, but I know millions and millions of people are on it. I just looked it up the other day. But people are being accustomed to being given free stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I want free stuff, but there's never anything free. It's not free. What's free to you, you're giving something up. You're giving the ability for yourself to supply your own self and your family what you need and what you want. You are giving up your freedom. When this universal basic income comes into play for everybody, like mandated, once the dollar goes away, the economy is going to collapse and we're going to be handcuffed. it will be the handcuffs that finally take away our freedoms, because you won't be able to do anything. It's probably going to be some kind of card, like a debit card at first. Everybody gets one. They just started doing this a few years ago with the tax returns. It used to be a check. Now they say, "Oh, we'll just give you a card." I don't want the card. I want the check, because I want my refund like normal. That way I can cash it and use it how I want to, and pull cash out and buy stuff with cash. I try to buy as much as I can with cash. I try to go to the register with somebody actually there buying shit. We need to get away from the electronic lifestyle. But you're going to get this card, and that's how it's going to start, is with some kind of card they're going to give you, and it's going to have some kind of credit on it. And you're going to start buying stuff with it. They'll be able to track everything that you buy, everything that you get. You can't buy anything without, the universal basic income. And there's going to be black markets. You can trade stuff with other people. There's always a black market. No matter what it is, there's always a black market for anything. But after that, what comes after the card? The Neuralink thing, the guy's playing chess, but the first guy that had it implanted, he's playing chess now online. And for some people, that would be great. They'll be able to, communicate and move and do stuff, whatever. I don't want anything to do with that kind of stuff, because I literally feel like that is the Matrix. Like that we are slowly going into the Matrix. They can't just force everybody into it. But if everybody willingly goes into it, the virtual reality, you can be whatever you want to be. In 100 years, dude, we will be in those pods with tubes shoved up our asses feeding us. And we won't know the difference between reality, because we won't experience reality. These children they're talking about growing humans. Like literally growing humans. Well, we don't need a mom and a dad anymore. We can just make our own. And we can put them into the virtual reality. And there's people that grow up in the virtual reality won't know a difference, because that's all they know. They won't know that they're asleep in a pod. And this all stems back to like right now in our time. Starting with this, the universal basic income, getting everybody hooked on it, getting everybody trapped on it, and all that fucking crazy shit starts right now, like in our lifetime, where we are at. And yeah, it's totally crazy to think about. But anything in life, think of how it starts. Think of how World War II started. It didn't start just straight up crazy killing, murdering everybody. It started out slowly, pushing people. Pushing a little more, and a little more, and a little more. Just like they're doing with our freedoms, trying to take a little bit more away, a little bit more away. You can't do this, you can't do that. You're not allowed to own that. That's illegal. Like, look at how many laws are in this country. How many unnecessary fucking laws are in this country. Some states, you have to own a rake. Some states, you can't. Like, just stupid laws that should not be there in the first place. Some of them are fucking absolutely disgusting, and there's no reason that they should even had to make that law. And that goes back to morality and just, ethics. But we need to understand and fight back against universal basic income. Fight against communism. There are literally people in our government that openly admit and are proud that they are communists. And we sit back and do nothing. We sit back and say, oh, well, that's crazy, but at least that's not my state. At least it's not my state, but it's still your country. At least it's not my town, but it is still your country. These people are insane. And the more insane thing is that most everybody else is going along with it. Most of the country is going along with it, just like they did in World War II. There's nothing I can do, or it's not affecting me. It's not affecting my kids. It will. It will affect your kids. It will affect your grandchildren, your great grandchildren. Everything that happens right now in this time period will affect the future generation, whether you have kids or not. Do you really want to go down in history as yet another civilization, another country that just let it go away? I don't want to. I don't plan to. I plan to raise my children knowing what value is, what things mean, like literally mean by natural, you know, facts. I don't know how else to put that. I will teach them that things have value. Working hard actually means something, and it means you should be compensated fairly by what you do. I used to be in a union. I know all about lazy fuckers that didn't want to work, but they still got the same pay as me. And then other workers that worked harder than me, and I still got paid the same as them, even though I didn't think that was fair. I should get paid on my abilities, on what I do in life, just like you should. Anybody in this world should get paid fairly for their work, period. Don't fall into this, oh, it's free. Oh, it's free. It's not free. When the economy collapses, just because you make $10 million a month, you're like, hell yeah, that's awesome. $10 million. Doesn't matter if you make $10 million a month when the $10 million isn't worth, 50 cents. Learn to defend yourself. Learn to take care of your own self, and don't worry about it, but don't get so hemmed up and saying, oh, I got to keep up with everything. Just focus on taking care of your family and yourself. Learn to be self-sufficient with yourself and be happy with what you have where you're at. And just strive to get a better life, a natural life. Stop trying to keep up with all the, $10,000 handbags, $500 shoes. Like, learn to make your own shit and be grateful for it and be happy with it. We are so tied up and caught up with this, materialistic BS. It's so tied up with having what everybody else has. We're willing to give away our freedoms, and we're given golden handcuffs. This is what this is. We need to understand this, and we need to fight against it. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great day.